Hey guys, Will Jack here. Please excuse, I'm using this as a timer. Um, I've been trying to do this video. This is the fifth time, and I was rambling and I lost train of thought. So I'm trying to chill and concentrate. But first off, seeing this is coming out after Christmas, I hope you and your family and your friends and everybody you know had a safe, happy, and warm Christmas. I know there's some places that are really bad. It was bad up here between the 23rd and the 24th. Oh my goodness. I had the heat on and I could see my breath. Um, so, just quick updates. Printers together. It works. Wasn't sure how much I was going to get with this, so I ordered a spool filament. That'll be here Wednesday. So that'll be here the 28th. Tuesday, I got my HDMI switch coming. So then all this, not counting this, but this, and the PC, and all this recording equipment will be tied together. Then I have to set up profiles for Series S. I got the profile for the Pro, but the Xbox, I don't have a profile. I might be able to use the same profile. I don't know. That'll be an experiment. I have downloaded a handful of games, like 3, for the Series S. I set up my account on it, so everything's good on that. Um, Depending on, I'm letting it go a couple days to see if I hear from my landlord. I think he's going to let me go ahead and hold off until the beginning of the first weekend of January to pay rent. Seeing I am like 2.5, 3 weeks ahead all the time, because I have a nice wad right here. Um, and yes, it's not easy to see. Nintendo 64 wallet. That was Christmas gift from the people who brought me into their home and let me take over the place, and they moved out for a better place. Um, just so happens to be now my supervisor, one of my supervisors. So if he does not contact me saying that I want, when can I stop and get rent, then this is going back in the bank. New webcam, 4K, new microphone, arm, mixer. Um, and I'm probably going to order the case, because all that won't even match using all that money. And I still have a few hundred in the bank, so. So that means things are going to start rolling together. And other than the filament, there's no reason why I didn't run this at all yet, because of the temperature. I know humidity and temperature affects the setup, so I did not want to rush in and damage it or mess it up. So I'm going to turn around and do that. It's warmer now. It was so cold on Christmas Eve. I ran out. I literally live probably 15. No, not even 15. It's like a 15-minute drive from where I live to get to Lake Erie in Ohio. So we had high winds, wind chill. Christmas Eve, I wake up, I'm like, I don't have anything to drink other than a little bit of milk in the fridge. I'm like, well, it's early in the morning. I'll run to Giant Eagle real quick. It's down the road. It's like a 10-minute drive from my place. Um, Four-wheel drive, thank you. But the truck almost didn't start. It was like, yeah, I didn't want the cold start things. Um, Once it cranked over and fired, I was fine. Um, the battery was just, the wind. It, it kills batteries. Um, Plus, I don't know how old that battery is. And I should have went down and started it today and let it run. But I didn't. But a couple changes that I made with the listing. Well, I didn't make it on the listing yet. I want to get the case first. I'm looking at the Lee and Lee fans. The ones that clip together and have the lighting, and you only have one RGB plug coming from the fan of daisy chain set and whatnot. I want to get some of those for the system. And one thing I've never really considered in a build until now, because the build is going to be visible and it's going to be a showcase build for me, is I'm going to get some custom cables. Because I have a theme going which involves that again. And also a mod that I might do for the graphics card that's going to involve that. Mainly because of the thickness of the cards. Because none of the third-party cards are going to be 2-slot. They're going to be 3. Except maybe Red Devil. I don't know. I've seen a Red Devil being put into the case I'm wanting to get, and it has room, but it's not a lot. And I don't really want to go water cooling. So yeah. So if I get the recording equipment, I think I have to get one cable. I think. If I do that, won't be a problem. I might have the cable. I might need to get an adapter. I have to look at the mixer again. But once that's all taken care of, it'll be all said and done. But yeah, everything's coming together. It's slow. This thing scared the crap out of me the other night. I come home, I did not realize I was charged up with a lot of static. I touched the microphone to move it because the arm had moved when I came in. Because it hangs off the end of the table, I bumped the arm, or I might did it in the morning. I grabbed the end of the microphone, move it. I saw a spark about that big. Give you a better idea, about that big. Went from my fingertip to the microphone. It flicked on and off. I didn't touch the microphone. It went on and off and my monitor shut off. And it would not turn back on. Well, it turned on, but it wouldn't do a picture. So, little tech tip for you. If that by chance happens, and you're running a dual monitor setup, usually if you lose connection with the one monitor, all of the icons from that monitor will switch over to the other monitor. And Windows will only show that you have one monitor. My icons didn't move. Windows said I still had 2 monitors. It's just this one wasn't on. I'm like, oh great, I turned around, fried this thing. No. Thank you, current protection. Because what happened is the charge went through the microphone, through the USB, into the computer, went from the USB lanes directly through the processor, through the PCI Express lanes for the card through the cable into my monitor and basically shut it off. I just reset my system. It came back on. It's current protection, so it did its job. One thing I am going to change once I get the other microphone is each one of these arms, I'm going to have a grounding lead come from, it doesn't even have to be at the top, it could be at the bottom, it could be where it mounts to the thing. I'm going to have a grounding lead go to that screw that holds the plate on the outlet. Because everything was isolated here, it apparently didn't go through the power strip, so in a way I wish it would have. It would have tripped the breaker and I wouldn't have been scared. No, it would have been even worse because it would have been like whole system be shut down. All I gotta say is thank goodness my phone wasn't plugged into charge at that time. Ooh, it's 2 o'clock in the morning almost. But anyway, seeing my little timer is done. I wish you guys Happy New Year. And like I said, I hope you had a wonderful time with family, friends, loved ones during Christmas. I hope you got what you wanted. And I hope you stayed warm. So, this has been Wheeljack. I shall do another update once I get more info on the build. So, see ya.